If you see this car, you don't run fast. You got no chance, I'ma done your dance. Jumping dingers with one task to blast and leave that boy in the past. Stop this heart, we get rust. Do it again and wait you charge. But me, SYAR, just know that you ain't gon' make it yard.
Bro put 5 in his back, I gave him high five like yes my act. Fuck up 5 guys been briefed to your flats and see them 5 guys in turn pack. Bro got green like Hulk in bulk, I chop up the rock like I 1-5 gold. Clear the car with swords and smoke, if it bait on snap I'ma turn you ghost. Ask round town I do it the most, pull up in ghosts and swing my metal. Got down him and him, so how you on my level? How? One got hit by the whiz, I know that it sting like nettles. Ramble battles, I come out on top, splash head tops and cops some petrol. Just said hi to her next man's mum, she don't know I'ma kill her son. 5 man up in a 4x4, it's war. Bucking to me, you're done. They know what that man them done. Got hit in the back with one. Got hit by the car and run. Left his friend and his friend got bored up. Just like got bored in the corner. And Yev's a prolific scorer. Phoebe A loves letting the corner. 10 got sprinty, S got chingy. Next shot ching when he got that meat. I'll take your life for free. But I got this sword for a pinky. If you see this car, you don't run fast. You got no chance, I'ma done your dance. Jumping dingers with one task to blast and leave that boy in the past. Stop his heart, we get rust. Do it again and wait you charge. But me, SYAR, just know that you ain't gon' make it yard. If you see this car, you don't run fast. You got no chance, I'ma done your dance. Jumping dingers with one task to blast and leave that boy in the past. Stop his heart, we get rust. Do it again and wait you charge. But me, SYAR, just know that you ain't gon' make it yard. Yo, ops get smoked like pop. Get man down, get high for adrenaline, then I get high for pack. Mix that codeine, Sprite and Finnegan. Beef ain't dead, ain't settling. See them use anywhere, I'm getting them. Cars in traffic, man still wetting them. Slap this Cornway couple the residents. In CT, I'm president, AG general, combo bully. Shout bro from the old free chudgy. Nutty watch me smoke goose, how could he? I don't lean with a gun like Russ. I do it like BA, Blitz or H. Belly on face in the upper state. 4 ZKs in a big toe gauge. Ay, come to my block, it's open. Bando look like you know the totem. Went up block with the same dots you get when none of the doors are open. 3 car doors get open. Might get telling to what you're smoking. Big school rim, my boots and golden. O's and fox, get no emotion. If you see this car, you don't run fast. You got no chance, I'ma done your dance. Jumping dingers with one task to blast and leave that boy in the past. Stop his heart, we get rust. Do it again and wait you charge. But me, SYAR, just know that you ain't gon' make it yard. If you see this car, you don't run fast. You got no chance, I'ma done your dance. Jumping dingers with one task to blast and leave that boy in the past. Stop his heart, we get rust. Do it again and wait you charge. But me, SYAR, just know that you ain't gon' make it yard.
Suena speakers.
Aye, active gang.
If you see this car, you don't run fast. You got no chance, I'ma done your dance. Jumping dingers with one task to blast and leave that boy in the past. Stop his heart, we get rust. Do it again and wait you charge. But me, SYAR, just know that you ain't gon' make it yard.
Bro put 5 in his back, I gave him high five like yes my act. Fuck up 5 guys been briefed to your flats and see them 5 guys in turn pack. Bro got green like Hulk in bulk, I chop up the rock like I 1-5 gold. Clear the car with swords and smoke, if it bait on snap I'ma turn you ghost. Ask round town I do it the most, pull up in ghosts and swing my metal. Got down him and him, so how you on my level? How? One got hit by the whiz, I know that it sting like nettles. Ramble battles, I come out on top, splash head tops and cops some petrol. Just said hi to her next man's mum, she don't know I'ma kill her son. 5 man up in a 4x4, it's war. Bucking to me, you're done. They know what that man them done. Got hit in the back with one. Got hit by the car and run. Left his friend and his friend got bored up. Just like got bored in the corner. And Yev's a prolific scorer. Phoebe A loves letting the corner. 10 got sprinty, S got chingy. Next shot ching when he got that meat. I'll take your life for free. But I got this sword for a pinky. If you see this car, you don't run fast. You got no chance, I'ma done your dance. Jumping dingers with one task to blast and leave that boy in the past. Stop his heart, we get rust. Do it again and wait you charge. But me, SYAR, just know that you ain't gon' make it yard. If you see this car, you don't run fast. You got no chance, I'ma done your dance. Jumping dingers with one task to blast and leave that boy in the past. Stop his heart, we get rust. Do it again and wait you charge. But me, SYAR, just know that you ain't gon' make it yard. Yo, ops get smoked like pop. Get man down, get high for adrenaline, then I get high for pack. Mix that codeine, Sprite and Finnegan. Beef ain't dead, ain't settling. See them use anywhere, I'm getting them. cars in traffic, man still wetting them. Slap this Cornway couple the residents. In CT, I'm president, AG general, combo bully. Shout bro from the Ophie, Chuddy. Nutty, watch me smoke goose, how could he? I don't lean with a gun like Russ. I do it like BA, Blitz or H. Belly on face in the upper state. 4 ZKs in a big toe gauge. Hey, come to my block, it's open. Bando look like you know the totem. Went up block with the same dots you get when none of the doors are open. 3 car doors get open. Might get telling to what you're smoking. Big school rim, my boots and golden. Goals and fox, get no emotion. If you see this car, you don't run fast. You got no chance, I'ma done your dance. Jumping dingers with one task to blast and leave that boy in the past. Stop his heart, we get rust. Do it again and wait you charge. But me, SYAR, just know that you ain't gon' make it yard. If you see this car, you don't run fast. You got no chance, I'ma done your dance. Jumping dingers with one task to blast and leave that boy in the past. Stop his heart, we get rust. Do it again and wait you charge. But me, SYAR, just know that you ain't gon' make it yard.
Suelos speakers.
Aye. Active gang.
If you see this car, you don't run fast. You got no chance, I'ma done your dance. Jumping dingers with one task to blast and leave that boy in the past. Stop his heart, we get rust. Do it again and wait you charge. But me, SYAR, just know that you ain't gon' make it yard.
Bro put 5 in his back and gave him high five like yes my act. Fuck off 5 guys been briefed to your flats and see them 5 guys in turn pack. Bro got green like Hulk in bulk. I chop up the rock like I want 5 gold. Clear the car with swords and smoke. If it bait on snap I'ma turn you ghost. Ask round town I do it the most. Pull up in ghosts and swing my
Hello everyone, my name's Dean, let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is March 28th, 2023. And a massive breakout has just taken place. Okay? We haven't gone 100%. Nope. But the quality and what this means for the medium to long term is massive. Guys, if that interests you, then stay tuned. All right. So we're looking at Bitcoin. Obviously, you can see me. I'm on the 5-minute chart looking at this price action because for the past 48 hours, I have been dialed in, locked in, absolutely watching these charts like a hawk. All right. Here, we spent 24 hours in this range, and I was watching every last tick. Why? Because I was looking for a reversal pattern. Yesterday's show, I said that this was very likely a region of support, okay? And if it is, then we would have, then we would have a consolidation reversal pattern there, okay? And after which we would get a breakout, okay? And this is exactly what we got. And right now, what we're seeing is, let me redraw that. We're seeing a breakout of the channel. Breakout of the channel and a retest of the upper resistance of that channel. Again, it's never enough to just break out and make a higher high. What you need to do, right, is not only make the higher high, but also retest the resistance as support. And so this is exactly what we're doing here. Breaking out of that 24-hour channel, retesting it as support, and off we go. This is massive. Absolutely massive for Bitcoin, okay? Let's zoom out for a second and get off the 5-minute chart and look at what this means on a higher time frame, right? So here I'm on the hourly chart, and as you can see, we were talking yesterday about all of this, okay? And this was, I think, 8 days. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, about 8 days. About 8 days of consolidation, right, at this region. And this is huge because if you see this as, for instance, as I see it, a WXY, a double three, and a consolidation reversal and breakout, you're essentially seeing this as a continuation of this trend. The other really cool thing is, all right, I'm going to bring in some help with an indicator. I'm going to use our stochastic RSI momentum indicator. What you can see is that in the 8 days that we spent consolidating in this region, our momentum indicator on the daily time frame completely reset back down to oversold territory. That is huge. Basically, the momentum is resetting whilst the price makes a 6% move to the downside, resetting the momentum indicator on the daily time frame while the momentum goes down all the way. Huge, absolutely bullish, and very, very much indicative of a continuation of this trend. Just so nobody forgets, what are we in? Very likely, based off of our analysis, we're in a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. Okay? Why is this wave 1, wave 2, wave 3? If you follow my work, you understand that if you measure the time it took us to come up here, I think it was 32 days. Time it took us to come down in 3 waves, 32 days. Very likely that this is a wave 1, wave 2 situation. Therefore, as a matter of fact, wave 3 follows. And wave 3, we all know, is the largest, the most impulsive of the Elliott waves. Okay? Furthermore, when you're breaking this area, this region around 24K, you're not just breaking some random level. You broke this very long-standing resistance, right, of this inverse head and shoulders that is about 280 days, okay? So 280-day resistance broken, and very important, it's not enough to break, but let's zoom in for a second. Retested right here, okay? Now the question is, was this a sufficient retest of this 280-day level? Are we meant to come back down here and retest it again? That's a valid question. That is a valid question. I think based off of this price action and based off of what we're seeing here and now in the charts, that this may be sufficient, okay? This may have been a sufficient retest of this area, okay? And remember, when we were down here retesting the $24,000 level, we spent about 3 days retesting it multiple times. No, two days, a little more than 2 days, retesting it multiple times, okay? Now, how can we confirm that this indeed is a break up and not down? Very easily. Let's go on the hourly time frame. We can confirm that this is a break up and not down if and when the phi ratio here is broken. Already, let me say this. It's unlikely, okay, the phi ratio, okay? And you can see that's exactly where we ended, or where we stopped, right? Where we paused, right at the phi ratio, the 0.618 of this impulse. Okay, so we stopped right at the phi ratio, as you can see here, and now we're consolidating at resistance. As you all know, I always say on the channel, consolidating at resistance is not the same thing as rejecting. Rejecting is 3-wave move down. Consolidating at resistance is bullish. Rejecting resistance, bearish. Okay, it seems as if we're consolidating at resistance, more likely than not putting in a wave 1, wave 2 situation. If we get a break of this phi ratio here, it's a very, very high likelihood that this will continue to the upside and eventually break the larger channel that we've been in for the past 8 days. Now, another reason it's unlikely that you can read this as an impulse preparing to go down is what? Very simply, if this were an impulse, it wouldn't work. This has to be corrective right here. Or sorry, this has to be corrective. One of these two has to be corrective. There's no way that these two segments of price action are I'm saying it in my mind and it can't come out. Are integrally? That's not how I said it in my head. There's no way that these two aspects of price action are interrelated, okay? Interrelated. Why? Because we understand that if this were a wave 1 and this were a wave 2, the time it takes for this wave 2 would be around the same time it took for this wave 1, and that's not the case, okay? That's not at all the case. And you can see here that this is clearly, whatever this is, it's clearly lasted a lot less time than this. As we can see, like this, we've been in for a whole day, and this just took a few hours, okay? So that's the other thing I'm looking at, all right? And that's just Bitcoin. We have more and more evidence to suggest that on a higher time frame, let's go on the 4-hourly, what we're looking at right now is very likely a continuation. Let's keep that. I like that. A continuation of this larger trend. And this larger trend, like I said, is this wave 3. If this was wave 1, this was wave 2, this is wave 3. A continuation of this larger trend to higher levels, okay? And this is a massive deal because, as we saw on the higher time frames, there's very little resistance in this region of the chart. Very little resistance. Your next significant resistance is up here, butting your head up against this ascending resistance, okay? And now, why are we stopping, or why did we stop for 7 to 8 days? It's because of this order block right here that took 30 or so days on the way down. Having breached that between 28 and 32K, there's nothing stopping us until 47K. And this is why I've been saying 47K is the next sort of significant target. If you look, right, this is the data right here that validates this trend line as being true. Okay, so that's my read on Bitcoin. That's why I think that this is indeed a move, a larger move to the upside that we're experiencing, right? Higher time frame, our momentum indicators are bottomed out, right? That's very important. Daily, 4-hourly bottomed out, right? That's what you want to look at. The hourly may be topped out, but in a strong trend, the smaller time frame momentum indicators can be overheated. It's not a problem, okay? So that's what I'm looking at with Bitcoin. Guys, if you're getting value, please like, share, and subscribe. Now, the other bit of evidence that we have is obviously the DXY, our market mover. And the DXY is doing something quite interesting if you look. So, first and foremost, you have to acknowledge and understand that this gap in the DXY will be filled. It's not if, it's a question of when, okay? But at present, it is not being filled. And it doesn't look like it's going to be filled anytime soon. Why? Your momentum indicator on the hourly time frame is cross bearish and open, okay? So it doesn't seem like there's much support anywhere on the chart other than at these levels. So it's very likely that what you're doing is coming back all the way down here, probably consolidating and going up like this, okay? So after all this is said and done, what you're most likely looking at, let's get rid of the momentum indicator because we don't need it. What you're most likely looking at with the DXY is some sort of 2, and this can come down quite far, 3 wave move. Does that make sense? Remember, all corrective moves happen in 3s. Let's zoom out for a second and see the context of this purported 3-wave move. So as we can see, we're on our way down, and we've been on our way down, okay? And if you look at the chart, it seems as if this was an impulsive wave. This was a corrective wave in 3, right? You could say, and let's measure it to see if there's any validity to this. You could say that all of this is a wave 1, wave 2 situation right here. Wave 1, wave 2. This 3-wave move takes about as long as this move down, okay? And it comes and stops right at the phi ratio, which you expect in a wave 2 correction. Furthermore, the subsequent wave comes down, I want to say about 1618 times, or 161.8% of the first wave. Let's just measure it and see. Okay. Not quite. Okay. So this gives credence to the idea that you're coming down further here. Okay. Because if this is indeed a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3 situation, you expect at minimum for all of this to come down at least to the phi ratio. Okay. So let's stay with that idea. If this is a wave 1, wave 2 situation, and you're coming down, and this is the wave 4 perhaps of this wave 3, then you're probably gonna do something like this. Okay, so the idea of doing a W, X, Y, or something like that is normal. This is simply wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4 for a 5th wave. Does that make sense? So expect what I'm seeing in the DXY is this: a consolidation in this area. I expect for us to do something like this, okay? I don't know. It can go up and down as much as it wants to, right? You don't know what it's going to look like exactly, but don't be surprised if we get some sort of consolidation in this region, and this would be consistent with the idea or the theory that you are in wave 4 of this impulse right here, this wave 3 impulse. So like if you're counting this is wave 1, wave 2, this is wave 3, and this is wave 4 of this wave 3. Does that make sense? So let's pull our Fibonacci retracement levels and see if that would work. It's a bit of a stretch. And I say that because this wave breaks the 382, and we know typically wave 4 doesn't break the 382. But you can in the case of a leading diagonal. So you may be printing something like that. In any case, whatever the Elliott wave count is, it looks like you're establishing some sort of channel here. If you continue down here for longer, then obviously you don't have your channel. But I think it's likely that you get some sort of channel consolidation here and then continuation to the downside only because of this gap. These gaps in the DXY fill. It's not like in traditional markets or CME gaps that they fill a certain percent of the time. No, the DXY gaps always fill. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. So that's what I'm seeing in the DXY. This is extremely bearish. This is a very strong downtrend, okay? And when, we're talking or thinking about bank runs and SVB and Deutsche Bank and all these banks sort of experiencing issues with liquidity, this is that represented in a chart, okay? I know this is the DXY, US dollar currency index, but the world economy has, and every sort of fiat currency that's related with the dollar does have an effect on the performance of the dollar. So you will see all of these macroeconomic challenges, issues in the chart. And this, my friends, is a very strong downtrend. In a very strong downtrend for the dollar, expect a very strong uptrend for crypto, for stocks, for risk-on assets, okay? Because they're inversely correlated, as we know. So that's the DXY, okay? Let's quickly have a look at, okay, the chat. Hello, Akanksha, what's up? Akanksha says, first to the stream, exciting times ahead. Akanksha is usually first to the stream, guys. Cliff BTC, fire emoji. Absolutely, I'm excited. Past 48 days, guys, or 48 days, 48 hours. Well, I could say 48 days. 48 days. I mean, this bear market and bear market accumulation has been some of the most intense work I've put in. But specifically, past 48 hours, I've worked, I don't know, maybe 35 of those 48 hours. Just, you know, getting into new positions, you know, protecting my positions and making sure, because I'm like, okay, if this is indeed the break, and I'm going to show you guys in a second what I mean by that, why I was so, like, locked in, and why the past 2 streams I've started late. It's because I've been prioritizing. First, I haven't been sleeping. Then I've been prioritizing my trading and my positioning, right? And you all know, if you follow the channel, the way I trade these things is I'm trading for the swing. I'm swinging for the fences. I'm not, you know, making a few percent here and a few percent there and then taking profit. No. I'm setting up positions that I'm not taking profit on for a month and a half, 2 months, 2.5 months. Okay, that is the play, I believe. So yeah, very exciting. Michael Gittleman says, great as always. Thank you. Anything about Gala, please. So we'll look at Gala or Gala in a second when we go down the alts. Cliff BTC says, BTC pumping a little. Absolutely. Now we're gonna look at why this is so important. Okay, and as always, you can look at Bitcoin, you can look at the DXY, but you can also use things like the market cap dominance or altcoins directly, right, as an indicator for what's going on in the market. So let's start looking at altcoins. But the way I want to look at altcoins today, at least initially, is by looking at the total 2. Now, for those of you who don't know, the total 2 is essentially all of the altcoins in the cryptocurrency market cap, okay? It's basically the whole cryptocurrency market cap minus Bitcoin, okay? So that's total 2. And what do you see with total 2? Okay, let's get rid of this. We don't need it. What do you see with total 2? You see very likely, sorry. Here we go. I'm looking for my pen. You see very likely that this was an A, B, C running flat, okay? A running flat, right? Why does it end here? Right there? Because you see 1, 2, 3, 4, whoops. Let's try that again. There we go. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? You see 5 waves. Remember, all of these impulses end in 5. Actually, let me see. Yeah, that's right. That makes sense. Yeah. So that's how I'm looking at it. Let's clean that up a little bit. So all in all, I see 3 waves up. I see some combination of 3 waves. 3 waves down. Some combination of 3 waves up. And then a capitulative impulse that happens to be, you know what? What am I talking about? This is a zigzag. And I talked about this, right? You do see 5 waves here, but you also see 3 waves here, and then you see another 5 waves here. That's a zigzag. So this whole thing was a mess of a zigzag to end this entire move. Okay? This is not an easy read. I would not have been able to make this read. I wouldn't even know. For the first year and a half, I was studying Elliott wave analysis. I thought every ABC flat correction had to end in 5 waves. The first time I found out the hard way, the hard lesson that this final capitulative C wave or Y wave, whatever you want to call it, could be a zigzag was when Bitcoin did it on a high time frame, you know, in the bear market, and it came down in a zigzag. It broke my brain because I was reading the initial 5 waves down and I'm like, oh, we're done. Then we got 3 waves up, and I'm like, we're going to go up, right? So this is exactly what you're seeing here. I hope nobody's confused. Again, 3 waves down, some combination of 3 waves up, okay? So that's what you call A, that's what you call B, and now this is your capitulative move. This is your impulse, okay? This is 5 waves down, 3 waves up, 5 waves down, okay? So that's what you have here, okay? Why am I showing you all this? I promise there's a point. If you look at this total too, what all of the altcoins in cryptocurrency have been doing for the past, this is when the ruler kicks in, okay? For the past 2 weeks, okay? For the past 2 weeks, all the altcoins pretty much have been putting in this correction to this impulse, okay? And again, I've talked about this ad nauseum on the channel. I see 5 waves, I see 3 waves. And the 3 waves I see aren't just like this, but they're like this, okay? This is what we call a running flat in Elliott wave theory, where the capitulative impulse ends above the A wave, meaning there's a lot of buy pressure. It's particularly bullish. Altcoins are really fucking bullish. That's what this is telling you. 1. 2, it's telling you that this is not some continuation of a down move, or it's highly unlikely that it is. Why? Because 1, you can see a very clear impulse that's complete there. 2, this move here has already regained this level right here. Very important level. Okay? It's regained this very important level, and now it's consolidating at this very important resistance, right? Where you had your X wave of your WXY zigzag. And upon breaking this, you will have confirmed the bull market. You will have confirmed the bull market for the altcoins. And obviously Bitcoin, because it's all one kind of market. So what you're going to likely see, let's zoom in for a second. And actually first, before zooming in, let's zoom out. How important is this? This is so important. Why have I pretty much not slept for the past 48 hours? It's because I was trying to get in as many positions as possible, making sure that I stayed in them for the next 2 months, because I saw on the chart a massive inverse head and shoulders, a massive bull run coming for altcoins. If you do not understand what this means, I'm going to tell you things are going to get really green really quickly. Things are going to go high really fast and keep going up, 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 and up, and up. Okay, again, for the past, let's say, how long has this been? For the past 200 days, let's say 200 plus days. For the past 200 plus days, the total crypto market cap for altcoins specifically have been in this consolidation. Very boring, very tiring. But the best traders, the most disciplined, the most regimented analysts with perspective and a good plan have been accumulating here. Okay? They haven't been complaining. They haven't been, doing random stuff. They've been single-pointedly focused at accumulating because they saw this coming. 200 days of a massive reversal pattern. These are bullish reversal patterns, inverse head and shoulders, and they're confirmed upon breaking of the pattern, retesting of the neckline, and then a pop up. That's what you're getting in the entire crypto market cap. And so when we came up to this neckline here, it's kind of like the beginning. Now we're consolidating at resistance. This is the consolidation at resistance that you're also seeing in Bitcoin, but Bitcoin's a little further ahead. And now for altcoins, you're just now leaving this bear market accumulation just now. Does everybody understand? You're a little behind in altcoins. But once altcoins do this, they're going to overtake Bitcoin quite quickly because they're lower market cap. It's just, it's just how things go. So on a smaller time frame, just for some perspective, you fully expect to see exactly what you're seeing here. Okay? A wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, some consolidation. Okay, so this is another chance to accumulate, but you know, it's a little more risky, especially if you're doing it on leverage, because it's wave 4. You're gonna come up, probably gonna come down, retest this level, and make this another sort of inverse head and shoulders, and then continue. All that to say, altcoins are running, and that move that just happened a few hours ago, or a couple hours ago, or whenever it happened, maybe a few minutes ago at this point, I lost track of time. As you know, I haven't slept much in the past 48 hours. That is confirming that move. Okay, so that's the total crypto market cap, and we're going to see this specifically in the different altcoins we're looking at today. Guys, if you're getting value, please like, share, and subscribe. Okay, now, to look at the specific altcoins, okay, and you'll see, I'm not just saying, like, you know, I haven't slept and blah, 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 like, you know, I've literally been accumulating, and you can see it. The proof is my watch list has grown. And when my watch list grows, you know I've been shopping. Yeah. I'm just looking now. Okay. And it's so much work. I mean, there's so many different assets, and, you know, you have to manage them all and all that stuff. But anyway, you know, you work now so you can enjoy later, right? So let's go into this. Let's start with Cardano. I have everything alphabetically based. We're going to look at Gala, or however you pronounce that, for Michael. And if there's anything else you guys want to look at that's not on the list, just let me know. All right. So now that you have an understanding as to what altcoins are doing in aggregate, look specifically at these different assets. What can you see here? So looking at Cardano on the hourly time frame, you can see something similar. Okay, it's very, very, very nice. You have here a zigzag, but then here you finally get purely impulsive. Okay, with the wave 1, wave 2, shallow retrace, just because it's really bullish. And now you're starting your wave 3. Okay, you're just getting started. You're just getting started. Okay, let's zoom out for a second. Okay. This was not easy. Nothing about this was easy. But it's inevitable. And it's expected. But it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy to wait on these moves. Isn't easy to wait in any capacity when you're trading and you're waiting for big moves. And then trading it. Managing the trades. Not easy. But this is wave 1. Wave 2 very much likely. Okay? And now you start. Look at this. Cardano has pretty much been putting in a 90-degree vertical consolidation reversal pattern. Remember, we always talk about consolidation reversal patterns on this channel. A big A, big B, small a, small b, pivot, and then breakout, right? Typically, it's orthogonal. The Wyckoff people know that. You're typically looking at a regular horizontal consolidation accumulation channel. Here, you have a completely vertical up and to the right consolidation reversal pattern. None of this here is impulsive. You only start the impulse over here. That should tell you everything you need to know about the character of the price right here, about how strong the buying pressure is, about how annoyed, if I'm to anthropomorphize the asset, how annoyed Cardano is about being called a shit coin and, you know, not having done anything for the past, I don't know how long. It's very bullish, and it's going to blow. That's what you're seeing here. That's what the charts are showing you, right? So yeah, your impulse actually only starts right here, okay, by my read. So that's Cardano. Okay, Algorand. You see something similar, right? You see something similar, although this is very clearly in Algorand some sort of, actually let's zoom out a little bit. I think this is, I forget if I think it's a flat correction. I think this goes to the 786, right? In any case, you can see another flat correction here. I don't think it's a zigzag. Let's see. Yes, it's a flat correction. And I know that without pulling my fibs, just because yeah, it's around the 0.5, right? So between the 0.5 and the 618. So this is another zigzag. And you got your consolidation here. This is a breakout. Massive, massive, massive breakout for Algorand. And obviously the next important resistance is the top of this channel. Still in its bear market accumulation channel. It doesn't mean it's in a bear market. A lot of people, a lot of traders, a lot of analysts, a lot of speculators will say, oh, we're still in the bear market. We're still in the bear market. We're not in the bear market. Okay, just because you're in the zone of bear market accumulation doesn't mean you're in the bear market. Okay, the bear market ended after the main assets did their consolidation reversal on a high time frame, and that's Bitcoin, Ethereum. So you're not in a bear market, but this is still in its bear market consolidation area, but it will quickly make a move up and out. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing with Algorand. Arweave. Okay, this is a great example. Here, I do not have a channel drawn, but you can imagine, just like what with Algorand, the same thing, right? You come up and you come down correctively. You know this is corrective because you can just eyeball the 0618 and you know that this is broken the 0618 of this impulse to the upside, okay? And now you know that this is also corrective because it's a 5 waves up, 3 waves down situation. Although it's respecting the 0618, the time it's taken to go up is not even close to the same time as it's taken to come down. So 2 different corrective patterns and then probably a pivot. And now you get your breakout. Same with Algorand. The next target is the top of the channel here. Okay, the top of your bear market accumulation channel. Arweave, like Algorand, still in its bear market accumulation channel. Doesn't mean it's in a bear market though, because you'll see the character of this impulse that we're in right now, that just started, is purely impulsive, and it's going to be fast, and it's going to be furious. Okay, so that's what you're seeing. This is the time where you put in a trade, you buy, you wait a few hours, it's up massively, you go to sleep, you wake up, you 2x'd or 3x'd. Okay, just as an example. Okay, what I do. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. All right, so yeah, here we go. Arweave. I wanted to show you about how far we could come up because I was telling you how impulsive we were. Okay, so let's say I'm in Arweave, which I am. Yeah, 58% quickly. 58% quickly, right? And then once it gets there, obviously it has to accumulate or reaccumulate. It has to consolidate. But 58%, don't be surprised if you get 50, these double-digit percent gains in these altcoins are here. Finally. Oh my God, finally, right? Basic attention token. Same thing. You go up and you come down in a corrective. Yes, this is corrective. Yeah. This is a zigzag. Another zigzag. And now pop out. You can see the same pattern. Okay. You essentially put in 2 degrees of AB basing and a pivot here. Like that. Okay, this is a little different. This is a new asset, kind of like Arbitrum. So this took a lot more care and attention to trade for me, right? I'm trading this on leverage. It's not just buy and hold. I have to, really be careful how I get in. So I'm not going to go over all of the specifics, but this is where this took a lot of time to read and you know, manage the positions, trying to read these consolidations and these support levels and all that stuff. And finally we get the breakout. And this breakout, do expect it to come all the way up here for your next target, and your next target being the top right here. Okay, so about 75 cents. So don't be surprised if this comes and does about 45%, right, and hit its head right on this level here, thereabouts, before consolidating and then breaking that once more. Okay, Binance Coin, this is new. This is new. We don't need this right here. Okay, but this is an example of what is going on in the altcoin market. Okay, this is a perfect example. I love this chart. As you can see, for the past 320 days, very clearly, you've been in this channel. Okay, you've been in one channel for the past 320 days. 320 days. Isn't that crazy? Okay, up and down, up and down, up and down. Finally, you come up and down in what seems to be a purely impulsive manner. Why do I say that? Because the time it took to come up, yeah. Let's see. No, this has to be a zigzag, because you have to count the 5 waves up from here. Yeah, this has to be a zigzag, because if you count the impulse from here, you can see that this retracement took substantially more time than the impulse. Okay, so I think your pure impulse starts here. Okay, so you finally got 5 waves up and 3 waves down, and now you're meant to put in a strong impulse up and out of this 320-day accumulation. This is why you get excited about altcoins. This is why on those days where, you know, the market's not doing anything, altcoins are down a little bit, if you do your high time frame analysis, if you've done your high time frame analysis, you stay focused, because this is where the money is made. I always say, everybody loves when price is going up or down. Nobody likes when it's going sideways. But this is where you make your money. Not here, not here. You make your money when the price is going sideways, it's ugly. We had 320 days to accumulate for BNB, right? Wherever you bought here, at the top of the range, the bottom of the range, the middle of the range, you bought on spot, you bought on leverage, provided you kept your positions, you're going to do very, very, very well. That's buying the bottom of the market. Do not believe anybody who tells you you can't buy the bottoms and sell the tops. Bullshit. You literally have 320 days in this example. It's just people aren't disciplined enough to do it. And people have different agendas, okay? Sometimes they want to buy and sell and trade this, and that's perfectly fine. But you have to remember, these accumulation zones are made for accumulation. And this is precisely when we finally get to enjoy the fruits of that labor. Okay, so that's BNB. Okay, Bonk has also put in its 5 waves up, 3 waves down. But this is corrective, as you guys can tell, because the time it's taken to go up is not the same time it's taken to go down. And this is a small cap altcoin. Very, very small cap. So it's always going to be one of the last to leave the station. But this is a great buying opportunity, not financial advice. I might buy some right when we get off stream. Okay? I'm excited actually to do that. Maybe I might buy some right now. Give me 1 second. I might buy some on stream. I just need to... put a few positions into profit, or stops into profit. Let me do that right now. Let me do that for... Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do it for blur. I'm gonna set that into profit. Let's go. Just gonna do this real quick. I think I want to do it from here. I'm gonna zoom in a bit. All right, let's try that. Okay. Almost done. So basically what I'm doing now, for those of you who may not know, is I'm setting my stops into profit for one of my positions. So the trade is a can't lose trade, and I'm removing some of the margin of the trade to use elsewhere, because I don't need it anymore, because you can use margin to protect your stop loss and your liquidation point, right? So that's essentially what I'm doing here. This is like stuff I never knew when I started trading, but that's essential to be successful trading. You just can't. I mean, if you don't know how to play with margins and, you know, modulate your risk, it's really hard to just always, the first time you get in the trade, just, it's always set, forget, and, you know, whatever happens, you just leave it. I know some people trade like that. I don't trade like that. Like I trade dynamically, but sometimes you have to just, you know, go with your initial decisions. In any case, let's finish and get on with the show. Guys, if you're getting value, please like, share, and subscribe. Probably not getting value with me trading, but because I trade on my phone. I trade hundreds of thousands of dollars on my phone. I'm most comfortable trading on my phone. I hate trading on the computer. Sometimes I have to, because for some reason, like, 1 second. I sometimes I have to trade on the computer because one of the exchange just is messed up for some reason, and like customer support tells me, just trade on the computer. What are you trading on your phone for? I'm like, I don't like trading on my computer. I like doing analysis on my computer, but I don't like trading on my computer. I hate it. It's just, I'm so used to trading on my phone, and I enjoy how easy it is and how quick it is. So yeah, I trade on my phone. It's 2023. I'm not trading on my computer. It's so slow. All right, back to what we were talking about. Let's go to, okay, so we're on, what were we on? Bonk. Yeah, I was talking about bonk. Okay, so now let's go to, ooh, yeah, look at this. So yeah, I just bought some, and, you know, this is very nice. If you see an inverse head and shoulders, You know, it's not always the fact that it's going to break up and out. Obviously, you have to wait for confirmation before saying for sure it's going to break up, but it's highly likely to do that, especially when you have on the right shoulder a zigzag, which we have here. 5 waves up, 3 waves down, some consolidation reversal. You get a move up, a break of this neckline, retest. That's your confirmation right there, and breakout. Okay, so I think once this does happen for things like Bonk, what you're going to see is, you know, everything else is pumped, right? Bonk hasn't pumped. There's a reason, because it's like number 3,000 on CoinMarketCap. It's so low liquidity. It's very, you know, very little known, but it's so volatile that once it does start going, you know, we've been talking about altcoins doing 40-50% in the next, you know, maybe 48, 72 hours. I don't know how long it's going to take. Don't be surprised if Bonk let's go on the far early time frame. Don't be surprised if Bonk goes all the way up here and does 200%, just like that, right? Why am I saying that? Well, because look, this was a support, right? When I first got in it, this was a support. It broke. What happened after? Now we retest support as resistance, okay, and reject off of it, but not in a bad way, because essentially what you did here is you put in a zigzag, 5 waves up, 3 waves down. This would constitute or be considered consolidating at resistance, okay, because it's not a major rejection. A major rejection would have been putting in a flat correction or something like that, coming back to the point of origin, but you didn't do that, okay? So you went 5 waves up, 3 waves down. You're showing strength. You come back up and you break this. Expect the next consequential level of resistance to be at this order block right here, which from here is about 200 to 300% away. So don't be surprised if Bonk does a 3x in the time it takes for other assets to do like 40 to 60x. Something like Bonk, as volatile as it is, does 300x. And then the more it does that, the more people are like, oh my god, I gotta get in on that. And then it gains liquidity like that. That's how like small market cap items move out of small market cap, because they just get so much attention because they're so volatile. Okay, Dent. This is one of those assets that is a bit ahead in terms of an altcoin. You can see that you put in a very ugly looking flat correction, but this is a flat correction, okay? So you actually put in A wave and a B wave. Do you guys see that? It never looks like it does in the textbook. That's why you always have to just put your 10,000 plus hours and read. The more you read, the more you can see. And the more you can see, the more you can trade the patterns, because we actually have levels, discrete levels that these corrections follow. A 3-wave move retraces to between the 786 and the 1618. You can see this B wave right here retraced to the 786 of this A wave, okay? It's not the easiest thing to trade. You don't know exactly how it's going to look, how long it's going to take, but you know what to look for. You know what patterns to look for. So that's a big A wave, that's a big B wave. And here you have a pivot. Okay, so I think this is your second degree A wave, second degree B wave, and this is your pivot, which is a zigzag here. 5 waves up, 3 waves down. Obviously, those 3 waves took much longer than the 5 waves up, and now you're finally getting a breakout here with Dent. On the small time frame, you can see the next, and because this is all happening above your bear market accumulation, right? This purple channel, falling channel, is your bear market accumulation. If you look, don't be surprised if something like, if Dent does something like this, okay? Because that is the next significant resistance, the bottom of this ABC correction. Okay, so don't be surprised if something like dent does 100%, 120%, something like that. That's what I'm looking at for dent. Dodo, again, another example of an altcoin that has already confirmed, it's previously confirmed the end of the bear market, right? This is the bear market accumulation. This is the bear market drawdown, right? When people talk bear markets, they're not specific. And in crypto, lots of analysts crudely, I'll use that word, and it's not accusatory, or I'm not deriding them. I'm just saying it's crude. It's not precise. It's just like, they're doing 4-year cycle theory, and they're saying the Bitcoin halving is when the start is the official start of the bull market. That's not true. That's not true. That's very crude. And they say crudely, but before 100 days before, a year before the Bitcoin halving, you can expect a little bit of activity. Look, that's another crude way of saying that that's not the bull market actually starts before the Bitcoin halving, which typically is true. In any case, when you're talking about what is a bull market, what is a bear market, this is the bear market right here, and you can consider this accumulation to be the bear market. It really depends how you want to define it. This is bearish because it's sideways. It could be down and sideways, right? So it's bearish in character and nature, making lower lows and lower highs. But this is distinctly different than this in terms of the nature of the price action. This is impulsive. This is accumulative. Okay? This is a consolidation. This is an impulse. Different stuff. Okay? So the bull market for me as a trader starts at the end of the accumulation. But the bear market ends at the end of the orthodox low. And this is where I'm bullish. I've been bullish for the past 300 days for a reason. Not necessarily because the price is going up, because I understand that this is the cause for the price to go up. And in this time, I need to think bullish and accumulate bullish and look for bullishness eventually. So that's basically my theory on, how to, what's it called, bull market, bear market. And I say that because when you come up here and you retest, again, it's not enough to make a higher high, but it's everything to do with the retest of this bear market accumulation. This bear market is officially over. Not only is the bear market over, but the bear market accumulation is over here. And so right there, you got another move up, or this is the bull market this is the pure bull market. I don't know how you say it. This is the de facto, yes, the de facto bull market, right? You have pure impulse here. You have a pure 5 waves up, pure 3 waves down. And although Dodo is not the biggest market cap, the biggest altcoin, it is ahead because it's already put in a wave 1, wave 2 in the bull market. And so this should be a really strong, really long wave 3. So Dodo, I don't even need this right here. Don't be surprised if Dodo does something like this. 360%. Because you have a bit of resistance here, okay? A bit of resistance here. Okay? We may or may not stop at this level. Stop or pause at this level. But the real significant resistance is up here, okay? You may have some consolidation here. But this is where I would expect a significant level of consolidation retracement to happen after 360% for Dodo. Okay, now up until now we've seen different projections based off of how altcoins run. One of the reasons you don't want to trade in and out is because you don't have one asset dictating how everything moves. Like when we're going down or when we're going sideways, generally speaking, you can just look at Bitcoin and use that as a proxy for other altcoins. But in the bull market, when Bitcoin dominance is going down, when we're in alt season, things are going at their own pace. And if you have multiple positions, it's highly unlikely, if not impossible, for you to actively trade in and out of everything. So what you want to do, and this has been our strategy for the past 400 days, is buy the accumulation and get your hands off of your position, spot or leverage. Don't do anything. This is when you relax, take a vacation, close your computer. Don't even watch my channel if you don't have to. Okay? And I'll see you in 2 months. Then you start plotting your exit. 2.5 months. You start plotting your exits, right? But just let them run, because everything's going to run at their own pace. Some of them are going to put in 50%. Some of them are going to put in 40%. Some of them are going to put in 300%, while others put in 50%. And then it's going to switch. Do you see what I mean? It all depends on the next level of major resistance and how they're set up, and, you know, the different stages of evolution that these assets are in. Like I said, Dodo's already put in, a wave 1, wave 2 down here. Okay. All right, Dogecoin. Look at this. I mean, this is the definition of turning old resistance into new support, right? Look at that. That's old resistance, broke it, turned it into new support. And this is going to fly. Your next major resistance for Dogecoin is all the way up here, okay? Very clearly, all the way up here, okay? And why is this important? Not for me, but for people who may want to get involved if they're not already involved, is that because you should expect major resistance here, this is where you should expect a pullback. You wait for that pullback on the next full moon, most likely, and then get in at the bottom of that pullback. Okay, if you haven't gotten in here, you haven't gotten in anytime here, this is your next entry right there, right? It's either now or then. Either right now or then. But if you try to get in over here, you're probably going to get chopped up. Obviously, if you're buying on spot, who cares? But this is the idea. Okay, Polkadot. You can see the same thing here. Same thing. A massive bearish accumulation, or bear market accumulation, right? Bear market accumulation. And then you see a 5 waves up, 3 waves down. Maybe it was purely impulsive, maybe it wasn't. It really doesn't matter. Looks to me like there's a chance the time it took to go up is about the same time it took to come down. In any case, what you see here is consolidation reversal, okay? This is not your start of wave 1, wave 2. It can't be, because the time it took to go up is not even close to the same time it took to go down. And what you can see in Polkadot very clearly is the past 10 to 14 days have been hellish, because they've just been an ending diagonal, chopping all traders and all speculators and all, you know, sort of people interested in this asset, just chopping them to death. But finally you get a breakout here, okay? And this breakout is likely to take you, because you're above your bear market accumulation, to your next major resistance on the chart, which is all the way up here, okay? So don't be surprised if Polkadot puts in a move to about 150%. 150% move. This is what we've been waiting for. We've waited maybe 500 days sometimes, 600 days in some assets for this moment. This is why I practically haven't slept for the past 48 hours. Don't recommend it. But, you know, the charts the charts are ready to explode. DYDX. This is just look at this. This is textbook W pattern. For people calling for 10K Bitcoin, can you please stop? 12K Bitcoin, can you please stop? Do you understand that all of these patterns, all of these altcoins are also indicators for the crypto market? Bitcoin's not going to 12K and these are going up. It doesn't work that way. It's never worked that way. If you spent any time in crypto, you would understand that. So if these are going up, Bitcoin's also going up. It may not be going up as much, but it's also going up, okay? Like, it's not a bear market. It's not a fake bear market, as a lot of people characterize it, or a fake out rally, or like a baby rally. Like, there's nothing there's nothing fake about this. You'll see. Here you have 5 waves up, 3 waves down, more likely than not a zigzag. And now you get a pure 5 wave up, 3 wave down move. This pops up for wave 3, probably up to here, okay? At the end of the day, if you zoom out for DYDX, you're looking at some major gains. One of the reasons is there's nothing, and absolutely nothing, I didn't mean to do that, absolutely nothing in your way. This right here was your only resistance. Okay? This was the start of trading on this chart. That has already been hit. You've already consolidated at that resistance. You will break that resistance, retest it as support. There is nothing ahead of you. Do not be surprised if DYDX quickly goes into price discovery. What's price discovery? It's when there are no barriers to how high you can go. How do you trade this? You're just going to have to wait and see. Okay? For things in price discovery, and we're going to talk about this more as the time goes on. Finally, we can talk about things other than consolidation reversal patterns. Goodness gracious. We've been talking about consolidation reversal patterns for 2 years or something like that, right? But now, what we're going to talk about is how when you see these matriculate up, you're going to be looking for 5 waves. You can no longer use like, oh, this level of resistance, that level of resistance, in the past, this was resistance in the past, now it's support. This was support in the past, now it's resistance. You can't use that anymore because it's going into price discovery. Okay? There's no resistance here. So it's just going to go. And now we're just going to have to watch and wait and see and kind of read and react. Okay? There's a skill in that as well. Obviously, it's not no indicators can help you. This is really where you have to use your skills. In price discovery, no indicators are going to be able to help you because they're going to be inaccurate, because indicators are calibrated using previous market data, right? Your EMAs and all that stuff. You need historical market data. On a truncated chart like this, you're going to have to rely on your skills of reading price action, and you're going to have to do it on a high time frame, and then try to look for patterns. And so we're already going to start counting wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. But again, we're not going to be presumptuous in assuming that wave 3 is only going to extend to the 1618 to the 2 Fibonacci extension, because you're in a bull market. So you can get extensions. You can get ending diagonals. We're going to go into all of that stuff. It's going to be interesting. But anyway, we're going to have fun reading green candles, which I'm excited about for a fucking change. Okay. ETH. Very bullish. Why? First and foremost, you're above your bear market accumulation, right? Altcoins literally just got above their bear market accumulation, okay? This would be the equivalent of breaking the 200-day moving average. I know a lot of analysts talk about that as being like the end-all be-all indicator. These resistance levels that you've been rejected by or been under for so long are so important, because once you break them, you see just how repressive they were. Okay, so don't be surprised if ETH makes a move to this level, which is your next significant resistance. Okay, the top, maybe the top there, or even the top here. Did not mean to do that. The top over here. Okay, so I could expect ETH to put in maybe 150%, something like that. Okay. Oh my gosh. This one is something many people are going to love watching move. Okay? If you're in Chainlink, you've been involved in Chainlink, you've literally been in the death chop, the chop of all chop, for 322 days. This is very, very difficult, very challenging. Especially if you do this, you know, every day, you look at it every day, it's like, oh my god, when will it end? It's over. It's finally over. Okay? You're going to get first, let's not get ahead of ourselves, a move to the top of the range. Okay? Consolidation at the top, a break, retest, and ultimately, you're going to get a move. Probably your first move is going to be up here. Okay? To this region. So, I'll say this. It's going to start off a little slowly because, unlike some other altcoins, Link is still in the midst of its bear market accumulation. It's first got to go to the top, break that, retest it. Okay, so the first move for Link, you shouldn't expect too much. Maybe like a 35-40% move at most, just the top of this range. But that's just the beginning. So don't get discouraged. Okay, Lit, kind of like a Link, is in the middle of its bear market accumulation, right? But doesn't mean it's in a bear market. It's in the middle of its bear market accumulation. And it looks like it's put in a zigzag here. Expect a clean impulse to the top. Just like Link. Accumulation, consolidation, break, retest, and then finally a move out. From here, the top of the channel of your bear market accumulation channel for Lit is about 84% up. If you bought anywhere over here, you bought the bottom of the bear market. Don't let anybody tell you you can't buy bottoms. Okay? If you tell yourself you can't do something, or if you tell yourself it's impossible, it will be impossible. That's just how things work. If you tell yourself it's impossible, it will be impossible. Okay? And people act like buying the bottom is like, you have to, like, always be paying attention. No. You have to kind of know what you're doing, but honestly, you had 400 fucking days. And then people will be saying, oh my god, is it even possible? Like, yeah, and when people say, I bought the bottom of insert token, they'll say, how'd you do that? Like 2 months later, 3 months later, you know, when things are up massively. And if you don't know anything about crypto, you don't know anything about charts, you'll think that's impressive. But for us who have seen the 400 days or so of accumulation, it's not impressive. It's just like, were you alive? Were you paying attention when your friends were telling you about this crypto shit? Did you like even bother looking and researching? If you did, it's likely you would have gotten in at the bottom. Okay, Litecoin. I don't know what this is. Maybe a W pattern? Okay, whatever it is, okay, it is a bullish reversal pattern. Okay, I'll say it's a W pattern, okay? With a neckline maybe here, okay? Breakout, retest, breakout. That's it. Simple. Very bullish. This is also the bear market accumulation for Litecoin. And as you can see, very nice move up and a move down. And that move up and move down is pure impulse. Okay, 5 waves up, 3 waves down. That's your zigzag. But now you get 5 waves up, 3 waves down in what is most likely a 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 days up, 1, 2, 3, 4 days down. Okay, this is how you look and identify pure impulse. The time up is the same as the time down for wave 1 and 2. Okay, so expect your wave 3 to come up like that. So that's Litecoin. MOVR, Moon River, I think it's called. You're testing the top of your bear market accumulation. You're making the bear market accumulation a thing of the past. You established it. Now it's your support. Now you're looking for a move up, and you get a very nice running flat zigzag. Okay, this is 5 waves up, 3 waves down. This is a running flat zigzag. Boom, a big move up in pure impulse, and that big move up in pure impulse comes to the next major resistance, which is about here. Okay, so don't be surprised if you put in about 60% for MOVR. And I didn't say, did I say what Litecoin would target next? I don't know if I did. I believe I didn't. Don't be surprised if Litecoin comes all the way up here next. Reason being is this level was dealt with right here. So you came up with this B wave, rejected off of that. So you're not going to reject off of this again a priori. Like, you will now test this, consolidate at it, and then break it. Okay, so I would say for starters, I would expect Litecoin to come up about 25-30%. But the thing is, it's not going to be finished because it's going to consolidate and there's a break up. It's price discovery. It's pretty much price discovery once you break this. Okay, and once you break this, it's price discovery for Litecoin. Okay, Harmony 1. Just got into it this morning. Let me take a drink. Guys, if you're getting value, please like, share, and subscribe. Michael says, Dean, please don't forget about Gala. Yeah, I won't. So Harmony 1 is a zigzag. Right here. Is it a zigzag? Yes, it is. And that zigzag pretty much took you above the bear market accumulation and retested it as support. Now you put in another zigzag, and finally you put in a purely impulsive wave up. Very, very bullish. Okay, it's finally time to sit on your hands and not do anything and watch the number go up. Big time. Okay, these were big moves. Let's not get let's be appreciative that, you know, we did have some big moves from January 1 into like the beginning of bullish momentum. Although it wasn't purely impulsive, these were big moves. Okay, so let's acknowledge that. But this is going to be a thing entirely different. Look at this chart. Where's your next major resistance? It's not until this level right here. Okay, so don't expect any type of resistance in the Harmony 1 chart for 250%. Okay, so don't be surprised if you get 250% in the next coming days for Harmony 1 for that reason. Okay, RSR. This is another small cap altcoin. This is the bear market accumulation right here. Okay, up and down and up and down and up and down. It's still in this channel quite clearly. You've put in a zigzag, all right, 5 waves up, 3 waves down, a consolidation reversal pattern. your next target is the top of this channel. Okay, and the top of that channel for RSR is about 95%. So don't be surprised if you get about 100% move in RSR to the top of the channel. Okay, Sandbox. This is your bear market accumulation channel. You left it on January 1. You retested it as support. Okay, the top of the resistance, you retested it as support with this zigzag. Now you put in another zigzag, right? Very clearly. You can see, if you zoom in, it's a 5 waves up, 3 waves down situation right here. You see that? Those are the running flats I've been talking about for the past couple weeks. And now you finally get your fully impulsive your fully impulsive wave up, and your next major resistance is here. So about 160%. Okay, so as you can see, like, you're gonna finally start seeing numbers in these altcoins. They're gonna start doing the numbers that altcoins are made famous for. 50% one day, 30% another day, 80% another, right? And all in all, until the next full moon, you won't see, or actually, is it the next full moon? Until the next new moon, you're going to just see, altcoins, Bitcoin, everything, go, 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 go. Okay? So we're ready, we're prepared, we're completely prepared and expecting to see this, and we know what to do. We know how to execute. We're not going to lose our heads, trade in and out and all that stuff. We're just going to buy. We've already bought. If we haven't, we're just going to buy, hold, and watch and admire. Because although the numbers going up, there's much more to come. Much more. This is just the beginning. SHIB. It's still in its bear market accumulation, as you can see. And accumulating at the midline of this bear market accumulation. The next move is to the top of the bear market accumulation. Okay? So won't be surprised if SHIB goes up for about 50%. Okay? To the top of this channel. Synthetics, one of my favorites. I looked actually at my P&L all time, and this is my best performing asset. My worst performing asset was actually Cardano, in terms of my trading leverage. Okay, not like holding spot or anything like that. So I don't know, something about synthetics I've always liked and traded really well and profitably on multiple time frames. So here you can see a clear zigzag right here, right? 5 waves up, 3 waves down, a move up and out, because we've already dealt with the resistance of the top of the channel. So I think the next move is up and out of the channel, and the next significant resistance, as I see it, is going to be up here, right here. So won't be surprised if synthetics comes up about 250%. Okay, and this is the, I don't know, I've always liked it because it pumps really hard whenever it does pump. So yeah, love synthetics. Telcoin, wow, this one's gonna do numbers. This one is going to do numbers. It's not always that the lower the market cap, the more volatile. Sometimes the market cap's not even that low, but it's just super volatile. This is one such asset. It is super volatile. We're going to see the next major resistance. As you can see, the bear market accumulation is here, and we're pretty much at the resistance, and we've treated the resistance. We flipped the resistance to support, okay, effectively, because we've been consolidating at resistance. So the next breakout, don't be surprised if we come all the way up to here. I had an alarm set, but I don't know if I don't need it anymore. Don't be surprised if Telcoin puts in 363%. Don't be surprised. And of all of the altcoins in this watch list, that's probably one of the highest ones. It doesn't mean it's the lowest market cap. It's just this asset is super, it's super volatile. Actually, you know what? Somewhere in here, okay, at the bottom of this channel, perhaps. Nah, it's probably coming through and gonna do something like this, right? Because this is gonna be a resistance level here. This is gonna be a resistance level here because this was support and this is resistance. So it's gonna come through here. So yeah, 300 and some odd percent, 350, 360%. Not out of question, out of the question for Telcoin. Tron, one of my favorites, one of my favorites, one of my favorites. Why is it one of my favorites? Because on a high time frame, the opportunity is unmatched. Okay, this is one of the most beautiful charts in all of crypto. Tron, you can see 5 waves up and a triangle pennant. This is a bull pennant. A breakout, a retest. This is one of the most beautiful charts in crypto, unmistakably. If you're bullish, if you like, number go up, green candles, you want to get into Tron. Not financial advice, but look at that, okay? And that triangle, that pennant that you're seeing is 600 days of consolidation. 600 days, right? You got the breakout and the retest. That's pretty much what you're looking for confirmation of a breakout. And now, upon breaking out, your next major resistance is the top of the channel, or the top of the triangle rather, which would take Tron up about 165%. Okay, so I'm very excited by Tron. Love the chart. Have been looking at this expectantly for a few hundred days now. VeChain still in its bear market accumulation zone. 5 waves up, 3 waves down. Clearly a zigzag. You can clearly see a mini bull pennant here. Should break out to the top of this, consolidate, and then move. Don't expect too much from VeChain in the immediate short term because it's going to go to the top of this channel and just put in 33-34% in the beginning, but it's just getting started. Okay, XRP, this has been running and running and running. Okay, and people like to say the court case, the court case, the court case. It's just the technicals. Okay, it's in the bear market accumulation zone and it's been there, and you can see here a 5 waves up, 3 waves down, or some version of 3 waves, and 5 waves up. That's essentially what? A bear flag, or sorry, a bull flag, right? A zigzag, a bull flag. 5 waves up, 3 waves down, 5 waves up. And then you got a consolidation, and now you continue, but you're pretty much putting in pure price action from now. Okay? You broke the top of this bear market accumulation zone, look to retest it as support, and then continue. So XRP is really bullish. Really, really bullish. Next major or significant resistance is going to be the top of here, right? Yeah. Because this was already dealt with right here with this rejection. Boom. This is the second time. So you're going to consolidate at resistance. You're going to break out there. Expect about 60%, 65% for XRP. Zilliqa, last but not least, this is the last one in my watch list, and then we're going to do whatever requests are made. This, again, has clearly put in a zigzag, okay? I couldn't decide if this was a zigzag or pure impulse, but I believe it's a zigzag, right? If you look at all of this as being an ending diagonal, and then you come up and you do this, it's a zigzag, okay? And you put in now a very nice, purely impulsive wave. It's not purely impulsive. It's another zigzag, sorry. It's another zigzag. But yeah, you could see it's a bull flag. Boom. That's it. Next significant resistance for Zilliqa is going to be, let's see, where is it going to be? Where's it going to be? Okay, right here in this region. I see a lot of activity there. Again, you don't need indicators for all this. Look at the price action. It's telling you everything. It's telling you it will support here, support here, support here, and resistance here. So you're more likely than not going to have a snag in price once you get to that area, and that's going to be about 100% of the way up. Okay, so that is Zilliqa. Okay, now let's do Gala or Gala or however it's pronounced. Okay, let's go into our general watch list. Guys, if you're getting value, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I know I have it here. Let's go make this, okay, here we go. Okay, so last we left off with Gala, we were looking at this level. It was previous support, lost, now it was resistance, and it served its role because we came up in 5 waves, came down in 3 because this was a resistance level. Now we've regained this level using a 5 wave up, 3 waves down, wave 1, wave 2. No, this is a zigzag. This is very clearly a zigzag. You could see 5 waves here, you could see 3 waves there, like that. Okay, so what you're going to see from here on is a purely impulsive move up and out of this region, and your next significant level of resistance is going to be here, around these levels. Okay, so I would say the first move for Gala comes about 120% up. Okay, and then I believe you're going to see some resistance. You're probably going to put in a wave 4 consolidation and then keep going up. Okay, so that's Gala. I don't know why I say it. Like, I don't know how to pronounce that, so I keep saying both. Guys, that's pretty much all I have. I'm spent. I've used everything I have to build positions for the past 400-500 days, and even more in the past 48 hours. I'm spent. I'm ready to just not do anything for a bit. But I'm still gonna see you tomorrow, okay? But I hope you're well. I hope you're well positioned to take advantage of this newly found positive price action. And don't forget to like the stream, share, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Take care. Bye.